Not good for the Bulldogs.
So the Trojans have held as the Bulldogs turn it over on downs, and Mayfield takes over at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, all they got to do, all Mayfield has to do now is just run out the clock, really. Don't get fancy. Don't do anything stupid.
Last time they weren't fancy, and they handed it to Vance, and he went 79 yards.
Yeah, that's not supposed to happen. How does that happen?
It's pretty quick.
Well, he's got it all. He can play a lot of different positions.
1st and 10 for Mayfield at the Trojan 41-yard line. Valencia throws it backwards to Vance. He's looking to throw, and Swinson's open. And Swinson can't hang on as Baeza got there when the ball did and knocked it away. So Vance threw it up there and didn't get it out in front of Swinson, because if he did, Swinson had some separation. But so we found out something Vance can't do. He can't throw the deep pass.
Well, you know what? I hate to say this, but it's a little bit of dirty pool.
Rubbing it in a little?
Well, you know what I mean. What the heck? I just said just use the clock. Just give it to a guy. Use the clock. And then they flip the ball out to Vance, and then Vance tries to throw a halfback pass. And
it would have worked.
And it would have worked, but what the heck? You know what I mean? 49-20 looks pretty good to me.
2nd down and 10 for Mayfield at the Trojan 41-yard line. It's the Dogs and the Trojans. Here comes a little counter play. Ordunez leading Vance to the right side. Isaac gets hit at the 45, pushes to the 46, gain of 5.
You know what's interesting? When Coach Samuel was here, he used to say anything goes in the first half. So you run your razzle-dazzle halfback pass and throw back all that. In the second half, that's rubbing it in. So if you want to do it in the first half, that's great. You do it in the second half, and that's rubbing your snoot into it a little bit. And that's something that I remember that Coach Samuel used to say all the time, a former Aggie coach, a very successful Aggie coach, by the way. And there you go.
Yeah, he won 40% of his games, and he should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but he got fired.
Yeah. We have a winner. 3rd down and 5. Back to pass is Valencia. Underneath, he hits Guerrero wide open. 50. He's got the 40. Dropped at the 37.
Okay, Guerrero.
Gain of 22.
Crossing route. Lined up on the right. Across the middle of the field. And there was really nobody there. No linebacker. Nobody there. And absolutely wide open. You get the feeling right now that the defense for the Bulldogs is they're tired and they're a little bit disgusted.
Well, you had also said that you really felt like Mayfield had the time of possession advantage in the first half. They're probably a little worn out.
There's no doubt about it.
Bulldogs have had some 3-and-outs, and Mayfield hasn't been stopped much tonight. 1st and 10 at the 37. Handoff to a changeup back. That is not Vance. And this guy picks up 2. I think that's Heron. I'll double check. It could be Contreras.
That's all right. Let it play. It's the same old stuff.
Contreras.
You just give the ball. It's that zone read look again. And Vance continues to the outside. Give the ball to, what's his name, Contreras? Contreras. And he carries it off the right side, off tackle, and not much there.
Contreras on the carry.
2nd and 8 for the Trojans at the Bulldog 35-yard line. Twins to the left, 2 tight ends. Valencia fakes it to Heron and then keeps. Valencia gets slung down by Noel at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 2 for Valencia, who has 64 yards on 9 carries and a TD tonight. He's had a good night throwing it, though, particularly on the long ones. He has a 47-yard TD pass and a 72-yard TD pass. 213 yards passing for Valencia and 2 touchdowns tonight. That gives him 20 TDs and 1 interception on the year. He's pretty efficient, isn't he?
Well, you know, I'm not too sure I'd run him very much right now because you got more games to go with the season, and I think I'd protect him a little bit.
3rd down and 5. Valencia finds Vance out of the backfield. Vance has to lay out for it and takes a pop from Baeza, and the pass incomplete.
Yeah, that ball was way overthrown, and Vance, you have to give Vance some credit. He knew darn well he was going to get splattered on that play, and I tell you what, he was totally splattered on that play. But he doesn't care. He's jogging back to the huddle and says, "Hey, let's get after it again." There's a timeout.
4th down is what it is.
Yeah.
4th and 5. 6:41 to play in the game. Mayfield 49, Las Cruces 20. I really did think Mayfield's offense would give him a shot to win the game tonight. I did not think they'd get as many 3-and-outs as they have tonight. They've really done a good job defensively tonight against Cruces High.
Did you think they'd make that many big plays, big runs and passes?
They've got a big play offense, and on fourth down, they're going for it. Hits Swinson, touchdown. Swinson, another TD catch. Joe-Ray Valencia hit him for 33 yards on 4th and 5.
I'll tell you what, he got position on Ellis. Ellis was the corner, but Valencia was inside.
Swinson.
He was inside of number 7. Number 7 again being Ellis, and Ellis, there wasn't anything he could do about it. I mean, he had coverage, but he was in the wrong position. He was outside. The ball was perfectly thrown to the inside, and it was one of those balls where the only one that could catch it was going to be the receiver because the defender had no chance.
6:36 to play in the game, and the Trojans have put up a 50-burger, Bob. It's 55-20. Mayfield with the lead. I wouldn't have bet a penny on a Trojan 35-point lead.
I wonder what the Vegas odds on that.
I thought Cruces came in as a mild favorite.
Yeah. And you know what? The way they just romped and stomped in that first series, I thought, they're going to be in trouble. And Mayfield comes back, romps and stomps, and there you go.
PAT attempt after a 5-yard penalty is away, and it's good.
Well, they put 50 back in there again. He's probably grumbling. He says, I don't want to block. I want to kick. They said, okay, go ahead and kick.
PAT is good by Franco. Mayfield 56. Las Cruces 20 on the Mesilla Valley Barbecue scoreboard. 6:36 to play in the game. Back after this on AM 570, the ticket.
McDonald's presents things said at breakfast by no one
like
ever.
Pronouncing an egg
Burnt
again.
toast.
Deanza Garcia, go to where your parents are sitting. Deanza Garcia, go to where your parents are sitting.
D6. Cruces 20.
Some people are going to think that their hearing is off. They're going to go check one of those hearing people that advertise on the TV and on the radio all the time. They go, "What? Are you kidding me?"
I'm a little stunned. I'm not stunned Mayfield's going to win the game.
Oh, there you go.
I've seen too many of these to not expect that upset. One of the up men takes the kickoff, gets across the 40 out to the 43. That's Delgadillo.
That's that dribbler kick again. It's a long onside. They're just afraid to get it in the hands of someone that could really do the job, and just dribbles down there. And at this point, I don't think Mayfield really cares about that. They just want time to go. Now it'd be interesting to see what kind of defense, if they're going to go with the same stuff they've been doing. They've got 3 men on the line of scrimmage now. Here comes the 4th one, and
Going to get into a little 4-3 look, maybe a nickel look.
4-3 look.
Miller hands off the ball coming left on a sweep. 50, pulled down at the 45, gains 11. Well, I think the key to this game, when you really go back to the first half, Cruces scored. Mayfield came right back with that 47-yard pass from Valencia to Alvarado. Hit the extra point. Remember, Cruces mixed the extra point. It gave Mayfield the lead 7-6. Bulldogs never let it again.
Well, and they hurt themselves with penalties. They hurt themselves with field position. They hurt themselves with time of possession, and they never could get recovered.
Ball and Miller have trouble on the exchange. Miller falls on the loose ball.
You know, there hasn't been a turnover, has there?
Nope.
Interesting.
Neither of these teams turn it over. It's unbelievable.
No turnover. But it's a loss on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 15 down. The ball's at the 45. And again, Mayfield up 56-20 with 5:16 to go in the game.
2nd and 16 for the Dogs at their own 49-yard line now. 5:07 to play in the game. Good snap. Miller fires to Baeza, has it at the 45,
Uh-oh.
fumbles, ball's rolling free,
I think it's
and
out of bounds.
rolling up the sideline. It went out of bounds.
Oh, wait, no, Hyde says it still belongs to the Bulldogs, and the ball rolled out of bounds. You see the wing official there at the 35-yard line?
So
36-yard line.
It turns
34.
into a big play.
34-yard line. And the wing official was right on it. He was right there. He was watching it the whole way. And there you go. Good officiating by a great Las Cruces officiating crew.
Gain of 17 as Baeza fumbled it forward for about 10, and then it went out of bounds. Alvarado was over there toying with recovering it. You know, it was like a play after I said neither team ever turns the ball over.
Yeah.
Then they fumbled.
That's the announcer's curse.
Yeah. Miller fields the snap, 3-step drop, fires, Baeza has it, and they hammer him down. Forward progress at the 30, gained 4.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that was Folkman that time, right? That's
Yep.
Number 2. And he just slammed him right into the turf. That looked like WW.
6. Miller drops to pass. Miller steps up all day to throw, throws long into double coverage to Baeza, and it bounces around between him and Alvarado and Folkman, and it's incomplete.
Alvarado and Folkman were there. I mean, that would have been one of those miraculous catches because the coverage was right there. And as you would expect, the Mayfield secondary right now is looking for that deep route. They're going to give the short stuff as many of those little sidelines as you want. Go ahead and have them. They're freebies. But you're not going to beat us deep, and my gosh, they're doing it. But what's interesting,
Hugo on left.
Yeah, give him.
I'd get Isaac out of there. He's kind of important to you. Why get him hurt at this juncture of the game?
Have they replaced the quarterback too, or have they?
You know, I need to look. I was kind of getting into post-game show mode. I was kind of surprised they just didn't take a knee, to be honest with you.
1:15 and counting. 56-27. The Trojans up.
I'll tell you why they didn't take a knee, Bob. You know why they didn't take a knee? Because they've got everybody in there is new. Mike Bradley's kind of giving everybody a chance to get in here. Backup line, backup running. There they took a knee. That's Lachlan, the quarterback. So they ran a play and then took a knee, but I think they wanted everybody to trade paint that got into the game a little bit. So the Trojans begin to celebrate. Last year, Mayfield beat Cruces by 1. It was 28-27. 2 years ago in the state championship, Cruces beat Mayfield by 1. It was 27-26. Tonight, I think Cruces came in a touchdown favorite probably. And Mayfield is going to walk out of here with a 56-27 victory.
And they're going to be 29-22-1 in the series. This is the 53rd game in this series, started in 1967, isn't it? I think.
Yep. And I've seen about 32 of them now. And this one is over. Final score, the Mayfield Trojans 56. The Las Cruces Bulldogs 27 on the Mesilla Valley Barbecue scoreboard. Isaac Vance winds up with 261 yards and 4 TDs rushing on 21 carries. Let's see, 261 divided by 21. He averaged 12.4 yards a carry tonight. Joe Ray Valencia hit on 3 TD passes, 2 to Swenson in the second half. And the Trojans roll in a commanding way tonight, 56-27. Stay tuned for our post-game show. It's brought to you by Las Cruces Public Schools, and it begins after this.
Mayfield coming out on top, and Mayfield is your District 3-6A champions for this year. Not the outcome we all expected. Las Cruces High School did come in with the better record, but Mayfield's defense is the story of this game. They shut down Cameron Miller on this high-powered Cruces offense. Mayfield's defense was really their only question mark of the season, and you know, whatever Coach Bradley and his coaching staff did tonight to get that defense prepared, they need to do that every game of the playoffs. Now the question is, both these teams are 7-3. Let's see if one of these teams come Selection Sunday in a few days, if either one of these teams or both will get the first round buys in the playoffs. We'll have to wait and see. Let's go to the field to get an interview with Coach Bradley.
Las Cruces Public Schools, thanks for attending tonight's game. Please drive home safely.